What is up, my black nation? It's 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 Black Blood with another video for you guys. And guys, on this one, man, we blacked out. I mean, man, we did our thing, with the bullfrog. I'm still messing with this class, but one thing I can say for sure with this class, in this bullfrog class, is that it's 100% better without the suppressor, and you will see with this gameplay. I got other gameplays or whatever after this gameplay that I have without the suppressor, which made a bunch of difference. So FYI for you guys, if you guys are looking to use the bullfrog, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can still do some damage with the suppressor, but as far as long range and everything, it's a struggle. But we still did our thing, we still grinded. On this one, I'm going to give you raw footage. I'm not going to do no big editing on it, and I'm going to give you raw footage even from the beginning of the type of lobby that I have, the type of lobbies that I get, the type of lobbies that I face. It's sweaty. It's no other way to put it. It's literally like, this is the first COD. I have to have a rag next to me every game that I play, and sometimes I need it during the game where I'll just stop, have to hurry up and soak off my hands because literally it's sweaty. There's no other way to put it. Like I'm saying, literally. And when I stream, I show my stream, I have to keep a sweat rag next to me so I could dry my hands off every match. So with this one, it's raw footage, and I'm going to give you the complete breakdown of the struggle. The first half of the video, you will see me struggling, like literally struggling. And one thing I came to find out, with my experience with this game, as far as having a few days played with this game already, is that rushing, right? I started with BO1, right? And I remember my days of being a major noob, not saying I'm just so great now, but I remember my days of being a noob, of starting out of feeling unconfident with gun battles, or the type of gun that I was using, the angles, and overall the direction of the game. And it's like, you build yourself up, right? You build yourself up, you play, and through COD, you generally, the average person, they tend to get better. Especially when you're going out there and you're trying to get better. You're not focusing on just sitting back, or, you're actually going out, engaging in battles, seeing which guns is best. That's how, typically, how it went. With this one, I found that I had to really dial back a lot, because I didn't go through the Modern Warfare era. I played Warzone, but I didn't purchase the game because of the gameplay that I seen. I seen that just wasn't the game for me. So when this Cold War came out, I figured like, oh man, it's gonna be in a simulant of BO4 where you can rush around, experience the map, and no, I'm not gonna be like, oh no. The only way you can really experience and do good at this game is you have to adapt the old method with the new method, if that makes sense. So that means, as much as you want to rush, you have to tell yourself you can't, and you have to calm down. That's what I've had to tell myself. Like, I love to push up into spawn. I love to push up into the spawn and go crazy, but with this one, it's not saying that it's impossible, but with the lobbies that I tend to get, I have to push slowly. And then once I get there, it's a battle. And, you're only going to survive for so long before, you got the whole team coming after you. Because, once again, I'm not getting no easy lobbies out here. I'm getting people who's well aware of the map, well aware of gunfighting, well aware, and probably a lot of teams. So that's been one issue that I've been facing as far as my opponents versus my teammates. I come to find out that, like, a lot of times with me having the stats or whatever that I have or that they're tracking, I get the worst end of the players. And when I say this, I mean players who don't go for objective, who don't play the game. Literally, it's like they're walking around just to help the other team get kills. A lot of my games that I play, I'm really one of two, or maybe if I'm lucky, three people who will go positive and actually play and move around and try to go for objectives or try to, push ahead to stop them people from getting on objectives. Other than that, another issue of what I'm facing is hit detection and gunfights. So I came to realize is that I will a lot of times shoot first, but I will die first also. And it doesn't make sense to me a lot where I'm sitting up here, I'm shooting at a guy, and he beats me in that gun battle. So that's another issue. I don't know if that's, well, I know it can't be with my internet. I'm figuring that it has to be with this game as far as like gunfights and also switch swapping out guns. There's delays when you're going to fire. There's delays when you're going to switch out your guns to your secondary. There's also animation delays as far as when you're throwing a proximity mine, you're putting down a field. It's delays in every aspect of the game where you really have to be careful on if you're going to call in a UAV, if you're going to put down a proximity mine, if you're going to reload your gun. All of this stuff matters because in a split of a second with the animation and how long these things take, you're dead. It just, you don't even stand a chance. So with my game playing with my streams, I've slowed down a lot. I've talked to a lot of streamers and I've talked to a lot of other different players who have my same type of mind style, gameplay, etc. And that's one common thing that I've come to realize is a lot of people, is not that you're afraid to move, it's just you really have to think about that next step. You really have to think about that next view because with these maps, every lane has, like every lane has maybe 2 to 3 angles of view where you can get shot from, and it makes it just that difficult with it. So you really have to think about this when you're playing. Now, overall, I just don't want to dog out the game. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm just but I'd be lying to say I could play this game as much as I could play any other CODs in the past. Any other CODs I could get on after work, I could get on whenever and get on and have fun for hours. With this one, I find it to be a struggle. I can't play this game for more than about 2 hours at a time, 2.5 hours, maybe 3, but overall, the better you do, the harder it gets, the more frustrating it gets unless you're sitting up here reverse boosting, getting a second account, or you doing these things. Other than that, I want to finish this off with just by saying, do I like the game? Yes. Do I think the game is good as far as, there's a few things that could be fixed, but that's nothing to, that's small things. It's really small things that could be fixed to make this game great. The question is, do I enjoy it? Do you enjoy having to sweat so hard? Do you enjoy not having the average casual play of what we used to have? That's the question that I'm gonna leave it off with. So, anybody who's been rocking, anybody who's still staying tuned, let you guys know I stream in the morning times on Twitch. Same thing, Black Blood, XX Black Blood 187. I'll put the link in the description. Stream at anywhere from 9 to 9:30 and typically for 2 hours every morning. So if you guys definitely want to stay tuned and definitely want to check in and say what's up through the stream, check me out, man. Up until then, I'm out.
Burning. Brimstone 2-1 returning to base.
Okay. All right. I mean, I was pre-firing and everything, but okay.
Losing A.
Check your targets.
We lost Alpha.
Crazy.
Taking A. Losing Bravo. Enemy spy plane inbound. A secure. We lost B. Taking Bravo. Victory is close. Wrap it up and let's go home. Multiple hostile spy planes detected. Securing Bravo. Taking Charlie. Bravo secure. Loyalty to the party